Alright, so in this problem it says 114 of the geometry students perform in band and 56 perform in chorus. Okay, so I've got of the geometry students, I know that 114 are in band, and I know that 56 perform in the chorus. And then I know that 75%, it says 70% chance that a geometry student performs in either band or chorus. So 75% in, so I'm going to write that out. So the probability that you're in band or chorus is equal to 75%, right? Does that look right? Student performs in either band or chorus. What is the probability that a geometry student performs both in band and in chorus? So then they want the probability of band and, oh, I should write that out, and chorus. So what is that probability here? Put a question mark. So when we look at B, band or chorus, this is the probability or the addition rule right here. And this right here is the intersection. Okay, so then remember that the area rule is the probability of A or B. A or B equals the probability of A plus the probability of B equals, or not equals, subtract out the probability of A and B. Alright, so then we know that we just kind of plug in what we know, right? So we have the probability of band or chorus equals the probability of band plus the probability of chorus minus the probability of band and chorus. Alright, so now we just kind of have to plug in what we know, right? So B or C, they gave us that. That's 75%, 0.75. And then the probability of band, well, okay, so I didn't write this down. We want to remember that there are 212 students in geometry. So the probability of geometry student in band is going to be 114 over 212. And the probability that the geometry student is in chorus is going to be 56 out of 212. And then minus the probability of band and chorus. Okay, so basically we're solving an algebra equation for this right now. So band and chorus. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. So I think what I'm going to do is first combine the fractions. So 114 plus 56 is 170. So this is 170 over 212 minus the probability of band and chorus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here because that'll make it positive, right? And then I'm going to move this over here so I can isolate the intersection. So then this is going to be the probability of band and chorus equals 170 over 212 minus 0.75. So now it's just a calculator problem. 212 This ends up being like 80-ish%, so then minus 0.75 is, so the probability that a geometry student is doing both band and chorus is going to be 5.2%. And that's your answer. Now, as you guys can see, I showed a lot of work here. You probably don't need to do all of that work. I rewrite the formula just so some of you know what the addition rule is. And then I always like to put it out in words. You could have probably started right here and been just fine. And I'll leave that up to you. But it does help if you can kind of show what you're doing and how you're doing the problem.